Today we're watching a video, an inspiration video that one of you recommend in the Discord server. So for those who want to recommend videos for me to watch, do drop it in the Discord so I do not forget. Haha, haha, ha. For mom, thank you for sacrificing your dreams so I could pursue mine.
On April 9th, 2025, a JP indie VTuber named Otsuka Ray posts a heart.
Wait, I need to. It's always over there. Everyone do be over there, so I need to remember every time.
Heartfelt letter to her daughter starting kindergarten.
My daughter Reika will be entering kindergarten this spring. Without everybody's support, I wouldn't have been able to raise her as a single mother.
From these two sentences alone, I knew I had to tell Ray's story to the Western audience. Inspired, I DM'd Ray for an interview to learn more about this resilient story of being a single mother in Japan and being able to support her only daughter through her VTuber activities.
What happened to the
husband? Ray graciously
agreed
agreed to answer my questions, so now I will tell her story. This story begins with a Japanese girl falling in love with a particular individual.
I'll use the chibi model. Let me heal. This always happens with VTubers and reacting to VTubers. My big head.
Sadly, he ended up being a playboy and Ray got dumped. If things couldn't be even more intense, she found out that she was pregnant.
The day I found out I was unexpectedly pregnant, I felt anxious. My parents were repeatedly in and out of the hospital, and I don't have any siblings. I wasn't sure if I could raise a baby properly without anyone to rely on.
She was definitely on the fence about giving birth, and to complicate things, Ray was a physically weak person, so people around her was concerned about whether she could safely give birth. What shifted Ray's mind was her familiar duties to her father and grandmother. Both of these family members told Ray personally that they wanted to see the face of her unborn daughter, and these
the parents are so nice. The parents be like, if this dude don't want to raise your child, we will raise it for you. We will help you. Such nice parents.
very words influenced this young woman to give birth.
My father received a terminal prognosis and my grandmother was already of an old age. I wanted to make them happy while they were still alive. And this feeling also motivated my determination to give birth to Reika-chan.
It was important to mention that Reika's birth itself was a difficult one. Due to Rei's weak physical body, she was actually in critical condition during the child-rearing process. It got so bad at one point, the doctor approached Rei's father and asked him, do you want to save Rei or Reika? Thankfully, both did their best to persevere, and so Reika safely came into
Thank God, no complications. I need some judgment to that dude, that irresponsible dude.
Into this world. It was during this time where a president of some agency tried to recruit this new mother to become an idol streamer at their company. Because Rei loves singing and dancing and needed a source of income to support her newborn, she jumped at the opportunity. This is kind of where Rei entered her Oshinoko arc, because while she was doing her idol activities, she had to keep it a secret from her fans that Reika exists. Lady Luck was on this new idol side because she was getting more popular as an idol streamer and was actually getting a lot of money from fans. But at a certain point, Rei felt a growing burden of lying to her fans.
If you do not know, like Asian fans, I can say it because I'm Asian, okay? We do be crazy about like your idol dating someone or have a child. We do be crazy. I don't know why. Too much parasocialism. Do you know like a Japanese cover singer named Mafu Mafu? I think he got into marriage with a VTuber and then divorced because she's a hard one. But the apology letter though, the apology letter towards his fans is so freaking sad. I'm sorry I got a girlfriend. I'm sorry I got married. And I'm sorry this caused trouble. Of course, there's the Japanese culture where you do not want to cause trouble for people. The level of parasocialism towards idols in Asia is just wild.
But on a much more important note, there's also the possibility of making Reika feel lonely. This is where she made a complete career shift towards VTubing. But why VTubing?
Originally, I performed as an idol without concealing my face. But I had an opportunity to perform alongside VTubers at an event. Witnessing how much they enjoyed performing and how brightly they shone on stage sparked my interest in this world of VTubing. I was also deeply moved by the enthusiasm of the fans, which made me think I also want to dive into this world too.
VTubing just made sense in this case because it was the optimal choice of raising Reika as a single mother by being able to work from home while maintaining a certain level of privacy. What made things even more interesting is that this new VTuber made the conscious decision of including Reika in her streams.
My daughter is still young and in such an irreplaceable stage of childhood, so I would always like to be by her side. As expected,
of course,
baby Reika would cry for milk every few hours. I don't have anyone close to me whom I can trust Reika to, and I think it's impossible to hide the truth while doing streaming activities alone.
One other thing that Ray mentioned was that she fondly looked back on the times her parents had recorded videos of her childhood. In many of the same ways, streaming together with her daughter was a way to preserve her daughter's growth and memories. Well, I'm very happy.
Oh no, little Reika-chan. Little Reika-chan. Oh, it's so cute. Auntie, do you wanna say hi to little Reika-chan? Hello, little Reika. You're so cute. I hope you'll be happy forever and ever. Treat your mom well when you grow big. Not time for nagging.
Reika was included in her streams because she is so precious.
So precious.
I mean, look at the time she found out that she was going to Sanrio Boroland.
Wait, which one is the sound? Which one is the voice? Which is the mom and which is the child? Someone know? Tell me, please.
Personally, my favorite part of this dynamic is when Reika would jump on for a karaoke stream and sing with her mother.
Okay, I think I'm fine.
I'm thankful
They
to God.
both have such cute voices, bro. Every time there's an ad, the freaking subtitles always go to the side.
And this girl isn't my niece because if she asked for pocket money at a family function, I would deadass Venmo her $500, send her 5.59
Take my money,
Bitcoin,
you say?
and start a trust fund for her. Ray-san actually shared with me that she plans on releasing an original song with Reika-chan, and it will be a cute children's song. On my mama, when that peak drops, you know what I'm blasting when the bros hand me the aux cord. What's truly amazing is how a medium like VTubing makes content like this accessible and is able to give individuals like Ray an opportunity to pursue their dreams, but also have the opportunity of being so involved with raising their children.
I am truly glad from the bottom of my heart that I chose to become a VTuber. My body isn't very strong, so I believe it will be difficult for me to continue as an idol or get a regular full-time job while raising a child on my own.
Yeah.
I was a victim of stalking during my idol days, so for the sake of
Oh, and like idol stalking in Japan is wild. There's a lot of news on that, but people can't do much. Technically, it's the same with any other countries, but
protecting my child's privacy, being a VTuber where I don't have to show myself is the choice that can give me peace of mind. Most importantly, because the VTuber work style exists, I don't have to miss the irreplaceable moments of being with Reika.
But beyond this miracle story, I also wanted to get Ray's perspective on being a single mother in Japan. It would be an understatement to say that there is a huge negative stigma towards single mothers in this country. Japan is a place that embraces traditional values and has a strong emphasis on family structure, especially having a two-parent household. A single mother is a complete antithesis of this. So when a normal Japanese person initially runs into single mothers, they are instantly labeled as irresponsible, failed, or even selfish for raising a child alone.
Yeah, for some reason it do be like that. In Japanese culture, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, anything that happens in the family, they want it to stay in the family. They do not want others to know because that sort of thing will trouble others. In what sort of way? I actually do not know. But I heard of it from my Japanese teacher. She didn't go into details though. Maybe trouble others mentally for thinking about why in the world is this girl a single mom? I don't really get it. But I understand why people don't want to trouble others. I wouldn't want to trouble others.
In
Japan, if I can.
The reality is that being a single mother often doesn't leave a good impression. Oftentimes, we find ourselves in a difficult financial situation, and it is not uncommon for people to think that poverty equals our own fault.
What?
This is a common belief held by many Japanese people based on the current standings of this group. According to the scholarly paper, Evidence from Low-Income Single Mothers in Contemporary Japan, 51.4% of single mother households in Japan live below the poverty line, which is one of the highest rates among developed countries. Many people just overlook how hard it is of truly raising a kid alone in Japan.
Yeah,
No
and
matter how
it's the father's fault. That's so messed up.
hard we work, we also face prejudice, such as you only care about work and neglect your child, or I
But
don't
you're a
think you can
single
properly
mom.
raise your child. The truth is, we work that hard because we care about our child. However, I feel like it is hard for others to understand that.
I could definitely feel Ray's frustration of people looking down on single mothers like her who put everything on the line for their children. She shares things like, as a mother, what brings me the most joy is seeing my daughter smile. No matter how tired I am, Reika's adorable smile always heals me.
She's such a
observes
nice
that
mom.
children mimic what parents do as they grow up. That's why I have to work hard to be a role model for my daughter. When I hear
Yeah.
these deep, meaningful answers about being a single mother, I can only show my respect for people like Ray. My respect for her only grew further as she gave encouragements to single parents out there diligently raising their children on their own.
You don't have to be perfect,
Inspiration.
and don't work
She's
too
so
hard.
nice.
The worst thing that can happen is for a parent to fall ill, especially a single parent. I used to keep pushing myself to the limit and ended up falling ill. My viewers scolded me for it, so I've been more mindful of my workload.
What I just like
So like the viewers help her to monitor her health. That's so nice. Her fan base is like the aunties and uncles for Reika-chan.
about Ray's story is that it provides so much hope. She's able to show people that there's always a way, despite your circumstances or the way people label you. For me though, at a certain point, I straight up asked her, how in the world did you persevere through all these life challenges? For her
Yeah.
specifically, being a single mother is hard enough,
Such a
but she
great
also had to
mom.
deal with other life curveballs, like having her father pass away last year, or dealing day to day with her physically
no.
weak body. To that question, she had a short but profound answer.
The more difficult experiences a person has gone through, the more they are able to save someone's soul. The person who never gives up until the end will undoubtedly succeed. These two phrases have always remained in my heart. Since I was young, I have experienced various illnesses and long-term hospitalizations. Even now, I often can't sing well due to my throat and ear illnesses. But I believe that you will
Just
eventually
making me
be
cry.
rewarded for pushing through these tough situations.
This has been the story of Otsuka Ray and her inspiring story of being a single mother VTuber raising her
little-
precious 4-year-old daughter.
So cute. She's making me cry. It's such an inspiration. Be nice to her.
Reika. If you want to support her in any way, all of her social info will be down below. She has expressed deep interest in interacting with overseas fans, so don't be afraid in showing her some love.
That is so cute. I want to watch like a small clip of them.
これは何？あなたママ。これは何？アンチ。これは何？これは配達。配達の人？
配達の人? Delivery man.
配達の人いるかな？
Michael Jackson.
これはなんだ？コーラだ。味噌は飲んじゃダメの？そうだね。これは何？サボったらだよ。ピンポー。これは何？
So
さっき
cute.
食べたやつ。これはエクレアよ。おかりら。これは何？
おかれら。
私めっ
No,
ちゃ
Ekale.
怖い怖い。これは何？
Oh my god.
これは誰にしようかな。これは人が食べたいの？これはなんていうの？
Immediately, she wants. Let me think about what flavor I would want. A little bit bigger. Malaki. My ears. I'll let you see the mushroom hair. Just for now.
全部ビラビラキャンディー。
Yes. Pero candy.
これはなんだ？これはチルチル。チルチル。これはなんだ？
Isn't that-
これはチルチル。
They all churu churu.
チルだね。これパスタよ。
パスタ
じゃあこれは何？
そば
これは
チュルチュル。
チルチル。 だね。大概チルチルだね。じゃあ次行きまーす。これは何？これは
주르주르 again.
ラーメン。これがラーメン。違う、これはうどんだよ。うどんじゃない。これもチルチルだ。こっちがラーメンだよ。
Suddenly came into realization. Ramen different.
これはなんだ？これは信号。赤がプープー。これなんだ？これなーに？足の氷だ。ガリガリ君って言うのよ。ガリガリ君の食べたい。次、これ何？卵です。卵？梨の妖精だよ。梨の
It's a pear.
って何？やつだよ。これはなんだ？
This is so
ガチ
cute.
ャガチャ。これは何？東京だ。これは何？コンビ
Seven
ニ。
Okay.
すごい。これは何？これそっか。なんで英語？これは何？
Nande ego. Why in the world is the police car English?
お、ベースミコじゃないよ。ちいかわ。これは何？これはポテト。ポテト。
Only potato
こ
fries.
れはチョコレート。これは何？
Nice.
チョコレートミルク。これ何？すみっこ。すみっこじゃないよ。ママカだ。これは何？リンゴアップル。実は
Apple.
これは何？ママのスマホ。これは何？ YouTube。
YouTube.
すごい。
She
これは
knows.
何？これはポッコパン。惜しい。これは
She got the finished product though.
トウモロコシ。これはポコポン。ポップコーンの中のトウモロコシ。トウモロコシじゃない。これはポコパンが入ってるの。
And I wanna squish her face cheeks. Give her kisses and give her intense head pats. She's so cute.
これはなんだ？おむつ。これはなんだ？
Diaper.
怖い。これはゴジラさん。
Godzilla.
ちょっともダメじゃね。これは何？これは何？光る。ヒカ？ヒカキンだ。これは何？ミャオ。そうだね。これは何？あ、ミッフィさん。ミッフィさん好きなの？違う、バイキンマンが大好き。これは
Not Miffy.
ギャルこんにちは。ギャルこんにちは。これなんだ？これ持ってる。そうだよ。
Oh, they got this one.
これなんだ？これアッパコ。これなーに？トイレピッパ。次。これなーに？
Why in the world is it in English? Toilet paper.
かぼちゃ。ハロウィンね。
ハロウィン。
ハロウィンって言ってない。パンプキンだよ。パンケーキ違うよ。ハロウィンだよ。
Da 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 da.
これはなんだ？どんぐり。これも？
Donguri.
これは何？飛行
Bao.
機。飛行機乗ったね。うん。これなんだ？
No.
英語だね。
英語だな。
パンマッポリ。アンパンマンが。もう一回言って。パンマッポリ。なんか惜しいな。次。これは何？これは。可愛くてごめんだよ。違う曲だよ。
A different song.
これなんだ？顔までしてる。こうやってやってる。そうだね。これムンクの作品。でも。
She made the scream expression. IRL so cute.
うん。かわいい。そうだね。これなんだ？これ写真。カメラ。これはなんだ？あ、センターさん大好き。
サンタさん大好き。
もらったもんね。次。これなんだ？チュルチュル。カップヌードル。
There's a lot of churu churu.
これはなーに？
え？Only A.
これ次。見たことあるね。YouTuber さんだよ。YouTuber さんじゃないよ。これガチャピンさん。パンって何？よく動く YouTuber さん。次。これなーに？ゲームだよ。これはスーパーファミコンだよ。ファミコンで何してるの？どんなゲームができるの？知らない。
She's in the Switch generation. I do not know what the heck is Super Famicom. I am not born yet that time.
知らないよね。これはなんだ？ゲームだよ。てれてててて。これなんだ？てってちゃん。リカちゃんちょっと近い。ごめんね。 何？サラダ。サラダに入ってくるけど、これなんだ？これもジャムだ。この子なんて言うの？カビ。おお、そうだよ。
That's so true.
パンケーキ。女の子が隠れてたでしょ？パンケーキの中に。
え？
パンケーキの中に女の子が隠れてるの？次。これなーに？ピカチュウ。
ピカチュウ。
これなんだ？
She nailed it so nicely. I like the pika pika.
ピカピカ。おにぎり。おにぎり。
Our kid's so cute.
おにぎりみたい。これなんだ？これはギフト。ギフト。そう。これは Amazon だよ。みんなからプレゼントが来るのね。ありがとう。次。これは何？配達。これは何？待って、マイケル・ジャクソンさん配達の人って言ってたよね。この人も配達の人なの？うん。強いな。
All the delivery men very strong. I guess they need to be. The parcels are heavy. If you like the video, consider to leave a like on the video. And to recommend me more videos, you can join the Discord server. Why not watch this other video I have on screen? See you there!